Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Tuesday, October 1st, 2019. I'm Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Quick heads up here, I will be hosting a monthly market outlook later on this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. So just after the market closes here, we'll jump on a webinar here, and I will analyze the markets, the broader markets here, the futures, for the end of the year. And I'm also going to provide some candidates here. We'll prospect for some swing candidates and also candidates that can be held into the end of the year. And we'll also take any recommendations or suggestions you have as well. So please join me later on today at 3:30 p.m. Central. You can create a free PivotBoss EchoFin account by going to pivotboss.echofin.co. You can go to join PivotBoss team here, creating a username and password, and that will allow you to jump on the webinar absolutely free in the PivotBoss community room. So everyone, please join me later on this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Central for the PivotBoss monthly outlook for October. All right, let's take a look right now at the market here. At the moment, what you'll notice here is that price is currently testing above the previous session's high. So right now the ES is just above the previous session's high, but as we have seen lately in this current kind of downward channel here, or maybe it's a bullish flag, this market has continued to push to highs and then fail to hold above those prior highs, and then it rotates back down. So we saw that happen here, failed high, rotation downward, failed high here, rotation downward, failed high here, rotation downward, failed high here to new lows, and now here we are again testing prices above that high and above the previous high before that as well. So that's a potential rejection there that could be developing, and if price cannot find acceptance above the previous session's high price, then we could be looking at another rotation down. This one led to a pullback, this one led to new lows, or at least those prior lows. This one led to new lows, this one led to new lows. So we could be looking at new lows into 29.40 at the very least, right? That would come back and retest this prior pivot high here where we broke out. So right now, again, rounded top, we're seeing, just an inability to really find strength and push through those highs, and that's why every time we keep rotating back down. So here we are again to begin the day. It appears like in the intraday time frame there could be a head and shoulder type of pattern developing on the intraday as price is being defended at VWAP right now from below. So again, if there's a breakthrough 29.82, that could open up a return quite a bit lower here toward recent lows. So continue to watch that as it develops. If you look at the NQ, similar type of price action here. At the moment, price is testing above the previous session's highs. It's still holding above those highs. And again, we're in this kind of downward slope here. We've had failed highs that have developed throughout this move, lower lows along the way as well. And here we are again on this pullback at the top end of the range. Again, if there's a failure to hold this level, say price breaks down through the 7785s, that could open up quite a bit of downside that could easily lead to at least a return back toward 7,700 perhaps, with a shot to see new lows, maybe 7,600. So we've been seeing a little bit lower lows each and every time. We've had lower highs here, and right now we are trading above the previous session's high, not quite rejecting it yet, but there is the potential to do so. A break below 77.85, 77.80 could open up quite a bit of selling pressure. So continue to watch that as it develops. If we take a look at crude oil here, you'll notice that with crude oil, we're holding at these lows right now after the previous down day. So very narrow range here. It is 34% of ADR, so 34% of average range. That's the current day's range based on 10-day average here. We've seen a failure to hold that 58.50 after that big day. I mentioned right away, if it can't hold 58.50, we likely fill the gap. We got the gap fill there, and mentioned that the next two support levels down are 53 and 50.50. So we're very close to those 53s right now, trading 54.61. Again, 55s have been very important here, and price gave out at 55 and dropped to previous lows here. So again, if price tries to push above 55s and fails, that could provide a failed high opportunity for a continuation into 53. That could be about a +2 just right there alone, let alone if it tries to continue toward 50 half. So again, watch 55s for a retest from below. If a rejection of prices at 55 could lead to a move into 53s. All right, let's take a look at gold futures. Let's pop gold up. There it is. All right, so on this pullback right now, we've actually broken through the 1490 key level. We've talked about 1490. It was this level right here at these previous lows, all in that zone. We had the rounded top that we talked about, and we talked about this LVN as well, and how price could drop through that LVN and reject. It could still reject. If it can get back above 1490, that rejection could lead to a return back toward highs. Now, if price cannot reestablish acceptance back above 1490, say we bounce and we cannot get back above that level, that's when we could see quite a bit of selling pressure ahead. So right now we're through the LVN, no real signs of rejection yesterday of prices below it. Today we're still holding below it. We are testing prices below the previous month's low here, so there could be a rejection again that leads to a price pushing back above 1490 and correcting. But again, 1490 is going to be the big key here. Any retest from below, if it's rejected, could lead us back down. Not only could we go back down, you have some big time key levels down below that could serve as magnets. 1375, the key level, LVN that we broke through to lead to this rally, in addition to the 200-day at 1387.20. So right in this zone could be a target, again, if 1490 continues to hold. All right. That is it for now. Please join me later on this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Central for my monthly outlook for the month of October. Looking forward to it. Everyone have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.